one of the things that we have to view when we talk about China and talk about China relations, first of all, building the structure of what we're dealing with. When you talk about the new axis of evil, that is Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea. These are the leaders of the bad actor group, if you would like to couch it that way. And of course, they're always looking for other people that they can pull into their network. Now, when it comes to China specifically, they have used soft propaganda as a main point of entry with the United States. And they've done much of this through educational and not for profit programs. Now, when you talk about the nonprofits, you have to look at how China adversely uses or how China uses our nonprofit 501c3 status organizations to work as CCP influencers. And Singham Group is one of these as they try to spread and influence other organizations and participate with other organizations in protest, in demonstrations that are going to create chaos in the streets of U.S. cities.
It should be no surprise that whether it's folks associated with the Communist Party of China or, frankly, other anti-American groups would be funding these groups in the United States whose sole role is pretty evident, is to protect, defend, and support anti-American, whether it's terrorist groups, whether it's terrorist regimes like the one in Iran or the one in Cuba. They're pretty consistent. It shouldn't surprise anybody because we see where their money comes. These are groups. These are not organic groups that have come out of people in the United States. These are well-funded, organized groups, funded in most part by foreign adversary nations and those that support those foreign adversary nations. This group Code Pink that receives, funding, right? How they're not registered under FARA is hard to understand because they're very consistent. I mean, let's at least give them credit for that. They're consistently advocating for groups, entities, dictatorships who are anti-American. Remember, this is the same group that went and took over the Venezuelan embassy because they were upset that it wasn't a dictatorship that at the time had the embassy. And so these are this group, Code Pink, right? Well funded, well organized, consistent in always advocating against the interests of the United States and our allies, by the way, like Israel and others. Why they're not registered under FARA is beyond me.
The real question is, where's that money coming from? Is it his, or is it actually coming from the CCP or some other foreign country? And then he must register as a foreign agent. And then, by the way, all that money that's being funneled is also foreign money. So all these organizations also have to register as foreign agents. So the question, the real crux of the matter is the genesis of that money. Is he really that rich? Or is it a false rich that, yeah, he's got $1 billion. Yeah, but the $1 billion came from China, communist China, that are actually funneling him and then making him believe, oh no, he made that on his own. We got to find out where exactly where that money came from.